Previously on WaltInPA.
Some chatty Cathy's back there. I wanted to set up and do some recording, but they wouldn't leave. Looked like they were out for a run and then stumbled onto something really cool. And I don't blame them. The covered bridge is really cool. And who am I that they need to get out of the way? You know, just find another place to go. Not a big deal. It figures. There's a reason why I don't come to this covered bridge very often. The reason being, it's really busy. It's surprisingly busy for where it is. So it got me thinking about how it would be really cool. There goes those chatty Cathy's. Now I could probably go back to that other bridge.
Hey there, Walt here from WaltInPA, coming at you from the back roads of southeast Pennsylvania in the USA. And you're watching Saddlebag 73. Alright, well, that one was a little better.
Hey folks, Mr. McStash here. You are on WaltInPA's channel, where Walt takes you in PA. This ain't no good. Alright. Hey folks, Mr. McStash here. Welcome to WaltInPA's channel, where Walter takes you around Pennsylvania. Much better.
Anyway, back to the 360 camera discussion. So anyway, I want to take in the sights. You know, with a helmet, you only have so much range of motion. I only turn my head so far on the bike to show you so much of the landscape, where I think a 360 camera would allow you to see so much more. But I don't know how the workflow works with that. In terms of, like, do I plan all of the editing around the 360 footage, which I think I would have to export first, you know, time all the zooms and all that stuff, and then export it and then build the video around it. I'm not sure what the workflow would look like on that, but I mean, I guess that's a different discussion altogether. But it brings up kind of another interesting dilemma, and that is I've been looking really hard at getting a drone, and it looks like that is going to happen. But I can't swing both. I can't get the drone and the 360 camera. At least not all at one time. I would have to space them out, and I'm trying to figure out which one I would use more. You know, which one would get more usage. I mean, because the drone would be amazing for destination videos. I'm not, like, for instance, that creek is pretty awesome. It would be nice to see more of it, but I'm not going to get off the bike and get out the drone during a motovlog just to kind of try to show you the creek. The drone would be would almost provide supplemental video to a subject matter that is already in the video. So for instance, if I was going to that covered bridge, that's when I would bust out the drone and get footage going over the bridge and around the bridge, and I think that would be really cool and add a lot to the story. But I'm not going to use the drone just because I have a drone and I can. You know, it has to fit. You know, it has to fit the story. Whereas a 360 camera, as long as I'm riding on these backcountry roads, I mean, I think there's plenty to show you. In the past, I've done a lot of tight cuts where I'm trying to eliminate a lot of that dead air. Normally, I don't have a lot of scenery in my videos that isn't covered over by talking, and I'm trying to slowly change that. So in a couple of videos that you're going to see coming up, I've actually highlighted some of the scenery, showed you what was going on the road. So, you know, turned down the volume of the bike, turned up the music, tried to give you, I don't know, tried to make it more story-like, more add a little bit of flair or interest to the video, so that it's not just minutes and minutes of me talking. I mean, there will always be that. You know, I enjoy motovlogs. There's always going to be that straight-up motovlog content. But from time to time, I want to incorporate scenery and some music and try to make something that's a little more creative, I guess. So I'm beginning to wonder if I might not actually use the 360 camera more than I would use the drone. But it's almost like they go hand in hand, where if I'm going to be mixing in music and taking in the scenery, I'm almost going to be doing a destination ride where I would use the drone. So at times it feels like a double whammy, like I almost need both to accomplish what I want to do. Only I don't have a wallet to accomplish both, at least not right before Christmas anyway. The interesting thing on the drone, though, is the Mavic Mini, the previous generation, is on sale at Costco for $349. And it's, I don't know, it's some package they put together. It's not a Fly More combo, but it does come with that glass dome charging base and an extra battery. So I've been really considering that. I like the features of the new version, but it's like, what is it, $600 or something for the Fly More combo? So I mean, is it worth almost half price to get the old tech? Well, I'm kind of leaning that way. I may, and I see the Mavic Mini as kind of a starter drone anyway. So if I'm going to get more into it and I'm going to want something bigger and better, then I don't need the latest generation of the Mini right now. You know, I can get away with the regular Mavic Mini, the older Mavic Mini. And if I decide that it is something that I want to do and I want to invest more money, then I can get the Mavic Air 2. So that's kind of where I'm at as far as the thought process goes. The 360 camera, though, that's the expensive one. Oddly enough, the drone is going to be less money than the 360 camera, with me getting the drone on sale. Yeah, the 360 camera is going to set me back like $500, and I still haven't decided whether I want the... I mean, I haven't really looked at it enough to determine what the better camera is, the GoPro Max or the Insta360. I mean, I like the Insta360 because it has modules. You can swap out the 360 camera for like a 1-inch standard module and get better low light condition video, as seen in a video that Ironborn Rider did a couple weeks back. So I'm kind of undecided. I hear the GoPro app is easier to use, more intuitive. The 360 footage on both looks good. It's not, I don't think I would lose out picking one over the other. So anyway, not to ramble on and on endlessly, but that's kind of where I am with the whole drone versus 360 camera thing. I also want to get a mirrorless, I don't know what the designation is, kind of like a DSLR but more modern, without the mirror. But they can get kind of pricey, and I'm not sure how much I would actually use a camera like that for the depth of field. I love what they can do. The video quality is spectacular on them, but I don't do a whole lot of off-the-bike stuff, so I don't know how often I would use it outside of taking straight-up photos with it, and I've been just using my iPhone for that. So anyway, hit up the comment section down below, share your thoughts on what you would like to see on the channel, whether it be drone footage or 360 footage, or if you don't want any of that creative nonsense and you just want to hear me talk some more,
Just tell me that down in the comment section below. Alright, now we're headed to the Daniel Boone Homestead to try to get one more video taken care of. At this point, I have about 8 recorded for Saddlebag 73. I'm going to end up throwing most of those away. There might be 1 or 2 that I'll keep and send over. Now I need to do a video for a Weston Supermoto vlog.